work on your soft skills. This
Mm.
is very important, and I think the biggest lesson that I have learned in the last year or so is that soft skills can take you to the places that you're like coding, or like maybe your automation cannot take.
So, welcome back everybody to our YouTube channel. My name is Tamo from Find a Job in Germany, and today with me is my former coachee Mohsin. Hi Mohsin, how are you?
Hello, Tama. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Mohsin, first of all, thank you that you found the time. It's Thursday evening in Germany. I'm sitting in
Yeah.
Berlin today. You sit around, I think it's 200K away, 200
Yeah, exactly.
in your city. Where do you live right now?
I'm currently in Leipzig. It's basically a neighbor city of Berlin. So we are neighbor, but kind of far away from each other.
Yeah, it's around 1 hour with a fast train from Berlin to
Yeah.
Leipzig.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you from originally, Mohsin?
So I'm from Pakistan. Originally, you can call me from like Lahore, Pakistan, if you want to be go into
Okay.
details.
So you moved from Lahore to Leipzig. How many people live in Lahore?
Ah, around 20 million,
Do
20, yeah.
you know how many people live in Leipzig?
Yeah, I believe 600K as far as I know.
All right, before we talk a bit more about Leipzig and life there, first of all, I think it's a good idea to maybe you introduce yourself. Tell us what are you doing for a living and why are you in Leipzig now?
Okay, so I'm basically a front-end software developer, and I've been in field since last 4 years, I would say. And currently, I'm in Leipzig. I got a job offer like from a, from from a company here, and I accepted that. And then I moved here,
Mm.
and I'm currently, I'm working for them as a front-end software engineer. Yeah,
What is your focus? React, right?
yeah, with focus on React, but again, it's not something it's not, I won't call myself anymore a React developer only, because now my main stack is, I would say, language based. Like I'm more of a JavaScript developer. So I'm touching everything a little bit.
Cool. Awesome. You got the offer, I think, last year in September, and you moved here in last year in November. Is that right?
Yes, I got offer in fifth on, I believe, 5th of September or 6th of September.
Mhm.
And I had visa in my hand on around 22nd of, no, 12th of October, I believe.
Cool. So now you're working in Leipzig for 3 months.
Yes.
First of all, I would be interested. I mean, we met quite some time ago, right?
Yeah.
So at 2022 in August, you
Yeah.
joined our program, and we worked together for more than a year to get you an
Yes.
offer. Tell us a little bit about this journey. I think I talked with you before. I think you have some really interesting things to share. You made some great progress in 1 year, and yeah, tell us how was it when you signed up, first of all? Why first of all do you wanted to come to Germany?
So, to be very honest, I won't exaggerate about it, but I always felt like that after about working for 1.5 years in Pakistan, I would say I always felt like maybe I'm not the right guy for this community, this industry. I would say the Pakistani IT industry. I would say it's very bold. It's very, I would say, progressive. But I felt like I can do better. So then I started looking out for my options, like what can I do, where can I move, and all of that. So Germany is one of the places that I personally like. So that's how it all started back in, I would say, 2021 or
Mm.
20, by the end of 2021, yeah. And then I started looking out for my option, and then I finally got introduced to you guys, and yeah, that's how the journey started. And I highly think that I haven't met anyone from, I would say, like in my surroundings that have a similar journey as mine. I don't call myself as someone unique, but I do feel like my journey was unique. So I reached out, like we started our, I would say, our first meetup was in, I would say, August 2022, right?
Mhm.
And that's how it started, and it took me 1 year to finally, uh, complete what I but I wanted to do. So yeah, but
Mm. Why did it take you 1 year to
I would call it my mistake to be very honest. I didn't know this is how things are gonna be. I started with you guys in August 2022, and then by the end of December, I had around 12 interview rounds and with different organizations, and I was clearing. It wasn't like that I was not clearing them, but I was not paying full attention to them. I still have few emails where I didn't even respond. Like they wanted my coding challenges and all of that, but I didn't take them seriously because obviously I was not that serious at that time. So by the end of December, uh, I was very non-serious kind of guy. I was not taking the interview seriously and all of. But then I believe uh, since January the market crashed by the end of December and the January, and yeah, and then once the market crashed. I stopped taking interview. I stopped getting interview calls, and I didn't even like try to apply to the interviews and all of that. And then I started again, I believe in March 2023, and then I was like, "Dude, what is happening? I used to get so many calls, and now no one is like I was getting automatic rejections." So then obviously I reached out to you guys, and you told me that hey, the market is kind of different now, so you need to keep applying and you need to do all of things. So yeah, that is why I took the next round.
Yeah, you're right. When you started, like 2022 was a brilliant year for React
Yeah,
developers. The
yeah,
market for React was just crazy, and you
yeah,
already got a lot of interviews. And then in beginning of 2023, the market for React went down a lot, especially for guys like you with around like 4 or 5 years of
yeah,
experience. And now it's getting better again a little bit. But what I found impressive when I saw you case, you never gave up, right? When you decided, okay, in March 2023, let me try. You applied constantly, right? You tried, you tried. I don't know how many hundreds of rejections you got,
yeah.
yeah, but you kept on applying, and then you found the right opportunity, and then you got an offer quite quickly, right?
Yeah, I remember I was not getting any kind of response for like 6 months straight. No email, just rejection. And I was applying after every 15 days. I used to sit and do maybe like 70 applications, 80 applications on different websites and Indeed, Stepstone, and Glassdoor, and all of that. And then this opportunity came, and it was like quick. I had the offer in my hand in maybe like 8 days or 9 days.
Mm.
So it was very quick. They were like, okay, do this, do that. Okay, okay, come on and call and do this. I was like, okay, that's clear. So yeah.
And what kind of takeaway, or what could you tell us about the interview processes you had, especially also the coding rounds you had, maybe also in 2022, you had quite a few. What would you say do you need to focus on in those rounds?
So I personally feel that I was always good in the first round. That was the HR round, right? And they were like, okay, like no one ever said that. Okay. Like I never got rejection from HR after HR round. And then it was a coding round, and obviously coding round takes some time. I didn't even like clear a single coding round for my first three organizations. And then from fourth organization, I actually started seeing the pattern. The pattern was same. Like they want clean code. They want testing, proper test, and they want like if there is something that they feel like this should have been explained, you have to explain that. You have to defend your code. So yeah, so I followed that pattern, and I think even after coming to Germany, I am seeing that okay, that pattern is still being followed even in my organization right now. So clean code is important. You have to write tests for your code. You have to test your own code. You have to own your code. Like this is something that I have written, and this is something that I am owning. Anything that happens to this code is my responsibility. So this was the pattern that I would say it took me some time to finally realize that okay, this is the pattern that I have to follow, but it was worth it to be very honest.
Cool, awesome. And yeah, then again, I think one of the greatest learning you had, or we can see in your case, is that if you're committed, if you are persistent, if you fight for your dream, if you really do something, right, to achieve your goals, you're gonna get there eventually, right? Because
Yep, true.
I mean, even in last year when React market for your kind of profile was very hard, you just kept on doing, and one day the right opportunity comes, right? And you can only catch it if you're there, right? And that was pretty cool. Tell me the how was the visa process then? It all went pretty quick after that, correct?
Yeah, the moment I had offer letter in my hand, and after that, it was, to be very honest, everything is explained and everything is written in the course as well, and obviously on the embassy website as well. So after that, I didn't feel a single, not even a single hiccup that I can say, okay, wow, I didn't know about this.
Mm.
So, and obviously, one other thing that I have been in the process since last 1 year. So I knew that, okay, this is gonna happen and these are the documents that I need. So I started getting those documents earlier. Like, for example, there's a requirement for degree attestation. It's not a requirement, but it's a still like something that visa officer can demand. Okay.
Mm.
So I had that beforehand, even before going. Like I arranged that by myself. Like I didn't let the visa officer to ask me that, hey, where is your degree attestation? I already applied for it. I was like, just in case if he asks.
Mm.
And he didn't ask, by the way, but still I had it with me. So just in case he does that, so I can just provide him
Yeah.
that. So visa process was really smooth. It took me around, like in reality, it took around 7 working days from my interview to my visa. Like uh, I didn't have passport because I was out of city, so I didn't have passport with me. But I knew, okay, my visa has actually came and all of that. So it took 7 working days to get my visa.
Cool. That's really fast. And what advice would you give? I mean, especially in Pakistan, there are a lot of JavaScript developers who are also looking to go abroad. What would you say? What would be your major advice to people watching now?
First of all, improve yourself. I'm not saying I'm a Mr. Know-it-all. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I know every little trick in the book, but improve yourself. Even if it's a little bit, just improve yourself. Just prepare yourself for the market, okay? And second of all, be prepared. Be highly prepared regarding your documents. And third, the most important thing, I think it should have been the first thing. Work on your soft skills. This
Mm.
is very important, and I think the biggest lesson that I have learned in the last year or so is that soft skills can take you to the places that you're like, coding, or like maybe your automation cannot take there. So soft skill is something that I believe, not just people from Pakistan, but I believe people from the whole Asia, and even even if you're German national, soft skills are very important. And I highly think that even on this job, it was my soft skill, like which I eventually ended up impressing them instead of my maybe code, because I was doing the code before as well. I was just submitting my assignments, I was submitting my tasks as well, but I highly believe it was my soft skill.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually, we always say 50% of you being hired is your tech skills, 50% is the way you present yourself and your skills, right?
Yeah,
Especially usually in first interview rounds and then in last interview rounds as well.
yeah.
That's a really good advice. And yeah, everybody watching now, this is absolutely key for you to land a job here. And if you're good in communication and if you have good technical skills, then you definitely have a good chance to land a job here. Yeah, Mohsin, what else? Did we forget something? Is there anything else you wanted to share about Germany recruiting coming here? Any other thing?
One thing that I must say, uh, there's gonna be a big culture shock waiting for you. No matter who you are, no matter like how mature you are, there's gonna be a big culture shock that is gonna hit you. The weather is gonna hit you, so be prepared. Just know that you are going there, and it's not gonna be a smooth ride. Okay, it's not like you like I want like to be very honest, before coming to Germany, before landing in Germany, I used to think that maybe. It's the nicest country ever. But no, the government officers, they're gonna test your patience, man. They're gonna test you guys. And I don't know. Because I would tell you about myself. Okay, we Pakistanis are not used to of these things. Okay, we are like, okay, if this is not working, we know our ways with that thing. Okay, we know, okay, how this is how I'm gonna get my thing out of this. But here, you are just helpless. You are on someone else. The government officer, they will like they'll test you. Test your patience. Okay, they'll give you the lamest excuse for not doing. So yeah, that is something that I have learned in last three months.
Good. I mean, you came, we spoke about that before as well. You came here in late October. So
Yeah,
you came here basically when winter started. Now
yeah,
it's of January. So you came here, the first 3 months you had were really like really strong winter, cold winter this year. Things
yeah,
get much different, and in 2 to 3 months from now, yeah, it's gonna be like a different world. Yeah, people
yeah,
outside, it's nice and warm again. Yeah, but that's definitely something you need to prepare for, and you should also read about this, check this out, and yeah, be prepared for that mentally as well, right?
yeah,
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bodin. I think you shared a lot of good insights. And again, yeah, it was pretty impressive how you went through, yeah, fought through basically through this whole year and didn't give up. That was really impressive and a great learning for everybody.
yeah,
And yeah, if you're also a tech and IT guy watching right now and you thinking about moving to Germany, first of all, ask yourself if this is really what you want to do. Yeah.
yep,
And if you say, yes, this is my goal, this is my plan, yeah, go ahead, watch our 20 minutes video training, which you find below this video here, and then book a get to know call with us. We're going to assess your skills. If we think you have good chances of landing a job here in the next 2 to 3 months, we're gonna work with you, and yeah, then maybe you're gonna be in one of those YouTube videos as well soon. Thanks again.
yeah.
Great to Leipzig, Musi. All the best.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Simon. See ya.
Bye bye. Ciao.